Okay.
Hello everyone, I'm Daniel. Today I'm going to introduce aggressive mimicry of the cleaner wrasse by Aspidontus taeniatus function many for small blennies. Before introduce the paper, I'm going to introduce this fish. It is called taeniatus, as known as the real fish starter, and it is mutually to many fish because it can help other fish to clean their egg or parasite inside the body or outside the body. And usually these fish, they will, when you see it, you will see one fish or two fish in each group. Seldom will be more than that. And this is the video of the real fish doctor. And you can see here, the fish doctor help this fish clean his outside body. This fish will not run away immediately, and maybe he just shake his body because due to some reasons. And you can it is very clear to see that the fish is much more bigger than fish starter itself. And next, let's talk about this one, our main character, Aspidontus taeniatus. I will fix. Is mimicry from the real fish starter. It looks like him, acts like him, and do everything just like him. And in a real situation, it is hard to find out the difference between it and the real fish starter in the very beginning. But there is a way to find out, to see this video. First, this fish, the blenny, the fake fish starter, it will swim around. The fish body size will similar to itself, not just like the video we saw, much more bigger. And you can see when he attacks by fish, the victim will swim away immediately, and so does the blenny. And let's talk about aggressive mimicry and protective mimicry. Aggressive means predator when he wants to gain benefit from his prey. He will evolve or mimic to a species that is will fool his prey. But protective mimicry means when a prey wants to gain protection from outside or his predator, he will act some other species or become a species that is mutually to its predator. So the mimicry of the blennies as we saw from the previous videos, we can know that when a fish will come to the fish starter to ask for help, and when it comes to the blennies, and the blennies got a chance to bite the prey because of the mimicry. And before this paper, they have already know that the blennies have three main prey. One is toothworms, and the second is fish eggs or stem cell fish, and third is cattle fins. And one of the writers have a hypothesis means say that protect mimicry is primary and aggressive mimicry is secondary. Means that the fake fish doctor will mimic the real one because it wants to protect itself instead of biting other fish. And here is the main subject of the research. Number one, he wants to find out the size relationship from juvenile and adults, the difference between this time period. And second is the feeding tactics and the function of the display of the fake fish doctors. And number three, he wants to test the hypothesis that the aggressive mimicry is secondary. Because from the video we just saw, the fake fish doctor obvious attack fish because it is aggressive mimicry. And number four, we want to know the reason why the fake fish doctor will be aggressive mimicry or be protective mimicry. And is the method. Location is in Soseko, Okinawa in Japan. This island is a reef protect area. So the fish over here are over 600 species, just like Dongsa. And they already know the prey of the fake fish doctor over there. The first one is Christmas ringworm, a species of toothworms, and the other is mussel, a species of clam. And the research experience time is from July to September, just as the fake fish doctor from juvenile grow to adult. And this area from March to July is the larval floating age, so it is not able to experience. And in each time, when they see a fake fish doctor, they will collect it and bring back to inject color dye. And after it recovers, it will bring it back to the area they got captured, because the fake fish doctor has regional. And each time from this time period, each time they saw targets, they will have a 30-minute cycle to see if he bites things or predation on fish eggs or biting some beneficial animals like toothworms or clams, or maybe they will find other things. And the result, they find out most of the time the blennies will attack toothworms and clams. Just almost 70% will attack fish fins and fish eggs, and 6 other it didn't clearly mention in the paper. And let's talk about the first result, benefit animals. Here is a Christmas ringworm. This one didn't be attacked, and you can see that it was under attack. And this is the clam. Its age, it has a large spot because it was under attack by the blennies. And the frequency of biting. The x-axis is the size classes from 5 centimeters long to 10 centimeters long. And we can consider 5 to 7 is the juvenile period and 8 to 10 as adult period. And y-axis is each time they track down the fed fish after how many times will it attack their target. And in these two pictures, you can see the difference between two different periods because they just always attack the 2 bones and flanks. But on fish fins, first of all, they find out you always attack from behind. You wouldn't attack the fish from the right hand side or left hand side. And the key point is it rarely attack a fish that acting tossing in front of him, and he only attack the target smaller than blenny itself. And here is the data. And still, you can see that the only juvenile time period has a significant attack numbers, and in those times, it seldom attack fish fins.
20 seconds.
And on fish eggs, you can see adult time is obviously larger than juvenile time, and it is the proof that it attacks the fish egg.
Okay, so your conclusion slide. Do you have conclusion?
Conclusion that it do has different types of between like historic stage, and second is after we saw the data, aggressive mimicry is secondary, is not primary, and last one is size and natural conditions can affect the language is mimicry.
Okay. Ina. Kevin Lu. Sally. Pencil. Okay, starting with Nina.
Can you turn to the resource slide? Yeah, resource. What is the number in a circle?
This one,
Yeah.
it means that if they are in the same spot, 2 circles, and they will 100% the same.
Okay. Kevin Lu.
How do you separate this speech is juvenile and this speech is adult?
The better it depends on his body size. Juvenile 5 to 6 centimeters, and adults will be 10 centimeters.
Sally.
Can you explain the difference of mimic and without mimic?
It is like a fish when you want to attack some species, it will mimicry another to attack its prey. But protective means a prey when he wants to gain protection. He will mimic another species to prevent itself against the pest.
Ansel.
Why would this fish attack those fish? Because they even can't eat those fish. So why would they be so aggressive?
Sorry, can you be specific what fish attack?
The main fish of this river is blenny.
Or blenny? You mean why blenny will attack another fish?
Because they can't even send out the other fish.
Yeah, they got the other prey. In their conclusion, they say, mind just because it has, when it was in juvenile period, it has a great chance to swim between the fish group as bigger as himself, so he can fight the others. And even grow up like adult period, they will find a better chance because they think they will attack fish eggs because it's a higher possibility to gain the nutrition.
All right, voluntary question. 1, 2. So what's your name?
Yeah. How does the other fish identify it is a real doctor or a dead doctor?
You mean the fish?
Yeah, it's the other fish.
Well, the paper said when a fish got bite, it won't get bite second time. So they will always got full in their lifetime once.
So you mean the other fish can?
In fact, like I said, it's hard to find out the difference.
Okay, what's your name?
Kevin check.
Okay.
You go to the fish biting bar. What is the success rate of fish biting meat?
In the original things, I would like to say, you can through this picture to understand the juvenile tiger. They have lot of chance. They have lot of recourse to attack a fish by biting their fins. But you can see in adult time, it is seldom.
Okay, my turn.
Do you mind I hold your position?
No, you can do that. You can do that. So I think you also know the main weakness is you spoke over time. Okay, so let's see. Look at the structure of your slides. You have up to 16 introduction slides, and then up to 35 slides. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you know that's overall too much. So some tip for you to first of all, you really need to cut down your introduction slides. And for example, as I said last time or 2 weeks ago, to avoid the switching between different windows, you should always save, when switch your slides to another computer, you should always use the safest format WMV as your video format. And if you don't know how to convert WMV from, maybe I think you had MP4. You just Google it, MP4 to WMV, then you find a lot of internet resources. Okay, and then, okay, another thing I found is weird is very often, I think starting from this one, you start to have, let's say, okay, that actually looks like Chinese font. Maybe this is not a Chinese font according to this, but I'm sure this is a Chinese punctuation mark, right?
Yes.
What would be the right one to use in English? This and dot, okay? Not this. Okay. And as you have repeatedly mentioned, fake fish doctor, which has a long, maybe not this one, which has a long Latin name, so you would like to call it another name. But actually, did you introduce this common name in introduction planning, which you said many times? But if you don't print it on your slides, then people may have a problem remembering the name. So you have to print blenny on the slide. And here you try to explain, I think you made the slides, the cartoon yourself. But it actually took me some time to really understand what you want to, what the cartoon means. So the cartoon did not really make things clearer. So I would suggest you find another way to explain. For example, you can look for some example in nature's other example. Yeah. So that we know better what's aggressive mimicry and projective mimicry. Okay. And I know you have 16 slides because some of them are like a slides in sequence, but I have the feeling, it's just a feeling, that you are probably not that familiar with your script. So that sometimes, like what I'm saying now, it takes me some time to think what I want to say. So it takes me some time to think what I want to say would be the right speed, but because you are not that familiar, so it took you really long time to finish your introduction slide. So I think next time, if you converted the animation to the right format and then you speed up your talk speed, I think you can make it in time. So since you didn't really have time to introduce your result and discussion slide, I really can't give you comments. So, but they look a lot. So you have to pay attention to your time control. Okay, so let's thank Daniel. Our last speaker is P-Jen. Right.